Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This isn't like a normal video that I put out usually, but I wanted to make it just because I'm so passionate about the topic and I feel like it could really help some people. If you saw the title, you know we're talking about discipline. I do consider myself a very disciplined person. I kind of always have been. I've been really good with like time management, managing a schedule, all of those types of things. But I wanted to give some of my favorite like little tips and tricks, I guess you could say, as to like how I stay disciplined or how to stay disciplined without getting burnt out. And it's really hard, and obviously it's not gonna work 100% of the time, but I'm just gonna give you a few things that help me so that I can maybe help you do the same or help you to not feel burnt out when you're trying to be disciplined. My number one tip is to define your why. Why do you want to be disciplined? Ask yourself that question. Like, is it for you? Is it for someone else? Is it for your spouse? Is it because you want to build better habits? Like, what's your why behind why you want to have this discipline in your life? That is my number one tip. That's always what I tell people. I get asked a lot of questions because I do stick to such a like routine schedule in my daily life, and that's like the one thing that I like to ask people is like, why do you want to be disciplined? Just because it looks cool? Is it because you see TikToks of people doing it? Or like, is it truly something that you want to build into your routine? My next little tip about discipline is to read your Bible before you pick up your phone in the morning or before you do anything else really, except maybe brush your teeth or use the bathroom. But yeah, just pick up your Bible, do a Bible study. It helps set your mind for the day. Spend some time in prayer. Just read your Bible, and I notice a difference in my days when I don't read my Bible first thing or when I do read my Bible first thing. Again, it doesn't have to be like first thing, just like read your Bible. Make time to like read the Bible throughout the day so that you can be reminded of God's goodness and be reminded of who he says you are as a child of God. That makes all the difference in the world when it comes to your why also, because if you don't have a why, like, then what are you doing it for? With discipline, do anything like this, especially if you're trying to build it into your schedule, do it to glorify God. Like, if you don't have a why, do it to glorify God. My next little tip is to make it easier on yourself throughout the week. Meal prep. I know that that's a very like not taboo topic, but just it can be hard for some people, and I guarantee you if you meal prep at least one meal, like meal prep your lunches, your week is gonna go by so much smoother, and you're not gonna be spending money out on lunch. You're gonna have a more nutritious lunch, and it helps build a schedule in your day to know what you're eating. My favorite thing that I meal prep is burrito bowls. It's super easy. I make them literally every single week. As a nutrition science major, like I know all of the nutritional facts about what I'm eating, what I'm putting in my body, especially when it comes to what I meal prep, and that helps me mentally like stay disciplined in my head of knowing that I'm eating good food. And kind of going off of meal prepping, just like eating good food in general creates such a strong habit for your body to be able to stay disciplined, especially if you want to like work in like being active or staying fit. Like eating good, healthy, whole food is so important, especially when it comes to discipline. I feel like a lot of the most difficult parts of staying disciplined is the aspect of food, especially when I talk to other people about it, because the fast food is so convenient. It's so convenient, almost too convenient, and it's just so bad for you. Like, it's so not good for you. It's a whole different conversation. But if you want to stay disciplined, depending on whatever it is that you're trying to stay disciplined about, eating good food will help you feel more energized, help you feel more determined to accomplish your goals, accomplish what you're trying to like with this discipline. Going off of goals, like my next little tip is to not set goals. I would never put a limit on what God can do throughout your life, throughout your journey of trying to become more disciplined, because once you meet a goal, you're not going to try to exceed it. That might be my biggest tip actually, because once you set a goal, obviously you want to hit that goal, but if you don't hit that goal, it discourages you and you might quit. But if you do hit that goal, it doesn't push you to keep going because you already met it. You checked it off the list. So this tip is just one of my favorites because obviously have like a routine, have something set, like have a floor and a ceiling, worst case scenario, best case scenario. By that I mean, like, for example, if you're trying to work out, like have worst case scenario, I do a 10-minute workout. Best case scenario, I do a 30-minute workout. But don't ever set that intentional goal of like, I'm only doing a 30-minute workout every single day, because you will get burnt out. If you don't give yourself like grace to fail, it's gonna be a lot harder on you mentally and a lot harder to keep going. Next little tip is to just start small. You're not gonna get where you wanna be by just going all in head first, lifting 200 pounds. For example, like in my own life, I started running and I was getting very frustrated and discouraged because I couldn't just run 2 miles flat out by myself without training for it. So yeah, start small. It doesn't have to be a big jump into something new. Like, start small, teach yourself what you want to learn about it first, that you're not like harming yourself physically. Like, I was trying to just push my body to run. That in that case, like, it just was making things worse because then I had to stop running because I was hurting so bad. But also don't hurt yourself mentally by failing so many times that you think you just can't do it. My next little tip is to just make time for things that you enjoy. If you don't make time for things you enjoy, you're gonna get burnt out. Whether it's reading, whether it's painting, whether it's like cooking even, or baking, like anything like that, make time for it. Like, put it on your schedule. If you're a schedule person, as your discipline action, put that on your schedule to make time for your hobbies. Kind of going off of that one, also make time for rest. If you don't rest, how are you gonna have the mental strength to keep going? I don't just mean like physically resting, I mean mentally resting in the Lord also. No matter what you're going through, giving all of your troubles to Him. Oh my gosh, it's such a release for your mind, especially if you have like good community around you. Like, talk to them about it too. But rest is not just in the physical meaning whatsoever. So find rest for yourself mentally as well. That is also a huge tip that I would give anybody trying to be disciplined in their life, because if you don't rest, you really won't have the strength to keep going. From personal experience, rest to me feels like I'm being lazy, but when in all reality, I go. I'm constantly moving, I'm constantly doing something. That work becomes an idol, or doing things becomes an idol, because I don't prioritize rest. Add rest into your schedule as well, not just physical rest, mental rest too. My second to last tip is habit stacking. And if you've never heard of habit stacking, basically, like, an example of it is, say you just get out of the shower, or you just brush your teeth, or you just did an action that you normally do. If you're trying to create discipline for something new, like say you're trying to read a book, you just brush your teeth, then you have to read 1 page. Or if you just ate dinner, then you have to read 1 page. Basically just adding a habit onto something that you already normally do. That helps you to build discipline on its own, because it becomes like second nature. And I think, if I remember correctly, it takes 21 days to build a habit. If you're trying to build strong, good, healthy habits, like, habit stacking is probably the way to go. But my last little tip is to just remember your why. If you ever feel discouraged or let down or anything like that about not being disciplined, or if you fail at a goal that you set, remember, we're not setting goals, but if you fail at something, like, remember your why. That is all the tips that I have for you today. I know this wasn't like my normal video, but again, I'm so passionate about the topic of discipline because I just love it. I literally just love it. I don't know what it is. But if you want more tips or anything, if you want another video like this, then comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I love you guys. More bookish content coming soon, I promise. I'm also working on another little booktube vlog, so stay tuned for that. Love you guys. Bye.